What do the world's strongest man, the world's greatest long-distance runner, and the world champion memory winner all have in common? Is it faith, superhero powers, or some paranormal tendencies? No. Are you ready for this? The answer is pretty simple and yet profound. They have a plant-based diet in common. Yes, a plant-based diet where you're eating plants and no meat. If you were a part of my traditional Midwestern family right now, you would probably be rolling your eyes at me, but if you listen for the next few minutes, then you can become informed and be persuaded to eat a plant-based diet. There are many testimonials of the success of a plant-based diet in reversing or even eliminating chronic illness. One example comes from a medical doctor who awoke one night with no feeling in her lower extremities. After a series of tests, she went from doctor to patient with a confirmed diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. Dr. Stansick described herself for nearly a decade as a drug-dependent, sick young woman struggling to accept her fate when she found an article in a medical journal explaining the benefits of a plant-based diet. With more research, she found that diet plays a major part in the development of or curtailing of chronic illness. She adopted a plant-based diet, discontinued all medications, and suddenly felt stronger and had more energy. So much so that she went from having difficulty walking without assistance to running marathons. Can you imagine that? Eating a plant-based diet will make you healthier, including helping with heart issues, some cancers, and other less serious concerns, despite the arguments against it. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the U.S., and cancer the #2. Following a plant-based diet could change that. For 14 years, Harvard researchers tracked approximately 110,000 people and found that the higher the intake of fruits and vegetables, the lower the chances of developing cardiovascular disease. People who averaged 8+ servings of fruits and vegetables a day were 30% less likely to have a heart attack or stroke than those who had less than 1.5 servings in a day. In addition, a plant-based diet can help reduce the risk of or slow many cancers, partly because plant foods are full, 64 times more so than animal foods, of anti-aging, anti-cancer, antioxidants. You say you don't currently have a chronic illness? There are other less serious concerns that can also be relieved by following a plant-based diet. Many people feel healthy for the most part, but a plant-based diet can also help with general issues such as weight and vision. Do you want to lose a few extra pounds? A plant-based diet is associated with a decreased body weight and body mass index. Eating fruits, vegetables, and whole grains instead of meat actually makes a person feel fuller on fewer calories. Many know that vitamin A found in carrots aids night vision. Spinach, kale, corn, squash, kiwi, and grapes can also help your eyes by preventing cataracts and macular degeneration. Still not convinced? How about this? Here are some common arguments against a plant-based diet that are easily refuted. Some say eating a plant-based diet is unnatural because of our evolution. Yes, we are capable of eating meat, dairy, and eggs, but anatomically, there's no reason for humans to consume it, while in contrast, we cannot function without consuming plants. It is a fact that animal products contain higher levels of harmful materials like bacteria and antioxidants than plants do. Actually, a plant-based diet can help detoxify the body of these pollutants. The 4 most popular grains, corn, wheat, rice, and soy, could provide the entire world's population with enough protein and adequate amino acids to survive while needing only 4% of land to grow versus 30% of land required to care for animals. Many eat meat based on habit, current social norms, family traditions, and misleading propaganda. Are those really good enough reasons to eat something in light of all the health concerns I've mentioned? No, of course not. We need to understand that we are addicted to foods that are killing us, such as processed foods and meat. In conclusion, a National Cancer Institute study of 500,000 people found that those who ate 4 ounces of red meat or more daily were 30% more likely to have died of any cause during a 10-year period than those who consumed less. Even the USDA has recently shifted its dietary guidelines toward a plant-based diet. According to the Adventist Health Study 2, people who ate a plant-based diet live longer, have less heart disease and cancer, weigh less, and have healthier diets. They even have a lower carbon footprint. Don't be put under the influence of advertisers or other misconceptions about the significance of food choices on health. If you eat a plant-based diet, or at least if you add more fruits and vegetables to your diet, and reduce the amount of food you eat that has a face, then you will absolutely feel better. Study after study has shown its benefits. This isn't just the latest diet fad either. Even Albert Einstein, who died almost 60 years ago, realized the significance of a plant-based diet when he wrote, "It is my view that the vegetarian manner of living, by its purely physical effect on the human temperament, would most beneficially influence the lot of humankind. It always seems to me that man was not born to be a carnivore." I agree. You should too. So, give it a try. You'll feel better, have more energy, and possibly live longer. Who doesn't want that? You owe it to yourself, your family, and humankind to eat a plant-based diet.